Hi Scorpio, and welcome to your August 2023 reading. This is a reading for all Scorpio placements and for all people who find this reading because they are maybe drawn to the title. So let's get started. In the beginning of the reading, I will look at general energies. In the second part of the reading, I will look at a relationship dynamic, and I will use a couple of different decks, and I will also draw some charms. You can check out the description box, of course, for all the decks I'm using. All right, let's get started. We're starting this month with a full moon, so this is interesting. Full moon in Aquarius on August 1st. So this is really about, I think, for all of us, higher understanding of who we are as a society, as a species, and as a civilization. And there will probably be some culmination stuff going on when it comes to the full moon and these topics. All right, we do have a Princess of Wands, we do have the Strength card in the reverse, Four of Swords. We do have the Two of Cups in the reverse, subconsciously, a Three of Swords and a Five of Swords. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on subconsciously. And then we have higher consciousness, Knight of Swords in the reverse. All right, King of Swords in the reverse. What's going on? It's a little scary, especially in the higher consciousness, you know. And the Foolish Man in the reverse. All right, okay, let's see what we have here. And the Universe in the reverse. Well, it seems like with the Universe in the reverse, it does seem like there is a moment of completion going on, but you still have to step through kind of the portal into this new chapter of your life, or this new actually book of your life. And this seems like the progress or the process. We do have a Venus retrograde also in Leo, so that is the sign that is squaring you, or a sign that is squaring you. So you might feel that in a sense that situations might be a little tense when it comes to maybe love, when it comes to money, or when it comes to all the things that bring pleasure. And with Venus retrograde, you're really thinking about or rethinking what brings pleasure into our lives, and how do we want to invite that, and how do we maybe want to get rid of past situations that were not super pleasurable. In the middle of the reading, you do have the Princess of Wands, which is the Page of Wands, and which is a very adventurous, fun, open energy, and an energy where we are in a fresh mood to really experience things, to go out, we are motivated to make new experiences, to maybe have some adventures, to maybe just be open about experiencing things in general. So maybe you're traveling, maybe you're seeing new places, maybe you are going to places that you haven't been before, or maybe you're just inspired by people around you or by places. The princesses are also earth element, earth, and in this case fire. So it could be about really a different feeling when it comes to getting excited about stuff. This is a good thing. You're coming into this month with a Five of Swords in the subconscious, a King of Swords in the reverse, and the Fortitude card, which is the Strength card, in the reverse. Five of Swords in the subconscious is, I mean, it is a card of fighting a battle, a mental battle, a psychological battle, and it is also a card of winning at all costs. So we have the Lord of Defeat here, and defeat doesn't have to be on your side, you know, but when we are going into this hard moments with ourselves or with other people, we are also somewhat hurting ourselves, because when we are bringing this energy into a situation or into a relationship or wherever, you know, into a friendship, when we really bring that intense, aggressive sort of need to be right into a discussion, into an environment, we will probably also suffer. So even if we're right, you know, sometimes this is really a card of experiencing hard boundaries or enforcing hard boundaries with a person, especially in communication, and really pushing and really making a point and making things very clear. And it is a card of aggressive communication in a sense. It seems like that this is still coming out of somewhat feeling of aggression or maybe anger that you haven't found a good outlet for just yet. So maybe this is also something that you're doing to yourself. You know, the Five of Swords in the subconscious could very well be like, okay, I'm not able to bring it where it belongs. I'm not able to bring the anger where it belongs. So I'm kind of fighting this battle with myself and hurting myself in the process. So be careful not to do that. Not to be too hard on yourself, not to be too hard on your surroundings. Therefore, with the with the King of Swords in the reverse, also in the higher consciousness, it seems like you don't want to communicate something, or you feel like you might not be understanding a situation because it's in the higher consciousness. So it seems like you're aware of being maybe not in the most powerful situation right now, intellectually speaking or logically speaking. Maybe you feel like, okay, I don't understand a certain situation, it's angering me, or maybe you feel like there's something going on that I cannot quite get to the point to, and therefore I'm also trying to, it's a confusion. You can already tell how I'm talking. Like, it's hard to get to the point. It's hard to really understand things for what they are. We might be a little confused, a lot of thoughts, and communication might be one time this, the other time the other. There's always like new information, integrating new information. So it is confusing, and we're trying to stay on top of it with the King of Swords. And sometimes we come to conclusions with the King of Swords in the reverse that are just not right, but we don't see it yet. But we are still very sure that we are right. So this is a little bit of an uncomfortable energy in the beginning of the month, but I feel like this is changing towards the month for sure. With the Two of Cups in the reverse, in the subconscious, it's like, okay, I want to experience new places, new things. With the Princess of Wands and with the Two of Cups in the reverse, I will really pay attention to what vibes with me. So I think subconsciously you're just like, okay, I'm not going to open up to just anybody. I'm just going to explore. I might not open up emotionally right now, and I might just look at new places, look at new things, and see where I find a connection. You know, it doesn't have to be necessarily a person, but of course it can be a person. This is the Lord of Love card, the Two of Cups. With the Knight of Swords, I think, yeah, Knight of Swords in the reverse, I feel like with communication there's something going on. You're either not communicating the truth, you're either not communicating at all, or you're not aware of what is true. So therefore, it seems like it's intentionally not saying things, or intentionally not communicating what you know. This is how it seems like, or not communicating with a person. Or a feeling of really not understanding a thing and trying to find the comfort, or trying to find the acceptance of not having a clear picture of what's happening right now, or not having a clear understanding of what's happening right now. Still, I put the Two of Cups upright here. So this wanted to happen. Still, I think you're trying to stay open and stay open-minded. Also kind of trying to just actively go into experiences. This is the Princess of Wands. Actively going into experiences, and therefore this might really open your heart up also again to connection, even though you don't fully understand things on a logical level. Maybe you're also like, I get a sense that you might just understand that you can't understand things. I know that I don't know, you know, it's like you might start having different priorities, like, okay, let's just experience, let's not logically try to define the situation or analyze it, let's just not. It's the Knight of Swords in the reverse as well. So yeah, try to not jump to any conclusions, I think, this month, because as you probably already know, you don't have all the information. With Three of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Foolish Man, it seems like the push that you're having towards a more open attitude when it comes to experiencing yourself and life, it might exhaust you a little bit. So all the mental energy in the reverse is also exhausting, and we have a Three of Swords here. So I think by allowing yourself through experiences to feel again, through new experiences to feel again, this could maybe bring up old wounds or show you some wounds that you want to look at, or that you need to heal from, or that you need to rest from being triggered. The Three of Swords and the Four of Swords, because the Three of Swords is really also a card of often mind over matter, or making a head over heart decision, but it's uncomfortable and it's sometimes hurtful, and it brings up just a sense of sorrow, or feeling sorry even for yourself maybe, or for the situation, or for whatever is happening here. So it seems like you're allowing yourself to feel again. Therefore, you're stepping into a land, I want to say, with the Princess of Wands, that has some triggers in it that you might be touching, and therefore you might need rest by the end of the month to fully integrate, to let things integrate, and to let that come up as well, I feel like. And that's part of the process of, I think, completing something that you are working on in August, here with the Universe card. What a beautiful name of this card in the deck, the Great One of the Knight of Time. So the universe is really the completion of something here, and I think you already have the spark in you with the Princess of Wands to really go into these new adventures, new environments, experience new things. Still, it might be what you're carrying here, the mental energy that is still kind of like, I want to say, a little closed off. Your body and your whole organism is like, yes, let's go, let's do something new, but your mind is still like, well, that's how it feels like, blocked a little bit. Maybe trying to rationalize a little too much, but not in a super constructive way, to be quite honest with you, because when they're in the reverse, we might just not get things right. And that's not because you're dumb, it's just we might not have all the information. You know, it's not about like our intellectual capacities or possibilities. It's more like, well, we don't know, we just don't know everything, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I want to say. With the Foolish Man in the reverse, I think, yeah, you know that there's still some resting to do. There's still some integrating to do, especially mentally here with the Four of Swords. It's called Lord of Rest from Strife. So it really is pulling back, trying to integrate, mentally integrate, trying to have those moments of rest, have those moments where your mind can really settle, where the fog can settle, where you can gain more clarity through rest and through not thinking too much actively. Foolish Man in the reverse, I think you're aware that it's not time just yet to start anew. The universe in the reverse is the same. It's like you still need to integrate, still need some rest. Maybe your mind therefore is not as inspired to open up to these new possibilities just yet. But your organism, in a sense, is. So I think you should, without thinking too much, trying to go into new experiences, into new places, and find ways where you can really express that fiery energy that you might have been holding back. Maybe you feel a little edgy, a little angry, a little easily upset. That's all stuff you can now, through maybe adventurous stuff, travel, go outside, just meet new people, have fun, you know. Don't think too much about stuff, and then take the adequate rest, you know, after those experiences. This will help you get a little more inspired to open yourself up to the possibilities. But I think in August, you're still trying to just start that spark, and I have a feeling that it's happening over and over, but it's going to be like a ignition and then maybe rest, then again an ignition, then again rest. So that's okay, you know, it's you're doing what you're doing and you're doing your best. So let's see how this plays out in relationships. I have a hard time breathing, you know, it's for some reason while I'm doing this reading, it's like my shoulders are really tense. Maybe that's how you're feeling, that something, energy is stuck and you just want to bring it out. Let's see how this plays out in a relationship or connection. So this other person, 8 of Wands in the reverse. Well, somebody might not be communicating with you at all, or they might be even blocking you, or there might not be much movement or spark from their side at this time. You're in a 2 of Swords. Well, you're also, if this is not another person, this is just you. There is so much, I think, energy right now going into mental processes for you at this time, figuring out the pros and cons, the right and wrongs, the black and whites, and to find a more, to find a more balanced view and more clarity within a situation. We have that in your reading underneath with, it's interesting, this 2 of Swords fell on the King of Swords in the reverse and the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So yeah, it's really trying to understand, I think, psychological processes, communicative processes, and finding some inner peace to also understand how to move forward in this. This is very much how this seems like. You can see like she is really, she's standing in the water, but she's really trying to look above and receive the clarity. And these 2 swords could be somewhat contradictory opinions or thoughts or information or perspectives that she's trying to kind of combine together to a more organic and multifaceted way of seeing things, and not just in this black and white kind of manner, and therefore being able to move forward. Yeah, this other person, I think you're also maybe not having anything to work with for now, because maybe another person is really not communicating into your direction. You really have to kind of recall old stuff, which is, of course, Venus retrograde. Could very well be that you're just like rethinking the past. So what is the outcome of this? If you're single and you're just trying to think about connection, it's good to go into the past, I think, and trying to analyze with the Venus retrograde and not let in too much new information or movement when it comes to love or communication, or not even let in opinions of other people, I want to say. Queen of Swords. Well, clarity will be gained for sure. Maybe you're dealing with an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. I also have here another strong card is Leo. But air energy is very strong here. Yeah, clarity will be gained. I think a truth will be also found. And I think the truth is something, if there's another person, you will share. It's like, I think you will have the same perspective on a thing. You will have the same attitude or understanding. You will have an understanding. And there is compassion involved as well with the Queen. So this is good. But it's really like, I think, maybe even there's a person who's like, well, they let you figure something out by yourself, or they don't want to interrupt a process of you finding your inner peace, finding your balance. So maybe they're just staying out of the picture. And by you going through this, you might start seeing things in a similar way than this person. Maybe you might not communicate it to the person, or they might not communicate. They probably, surely might not communicate it towards you, because 8 of Wands in the reverse, I don't see that they're communicating a lot. But you might have a similar understanding of a situation without, or you might come to a similar conclusion than this other person. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't know where this is going from here. Because with the Queen of Swords, we're a little bit in receptive mode, but also in a compassionate mode. There might be communication, but if nobody kind of starts communication, so there's something from your past. Oh, 2 of Cups. Wow. Okay. I mean, it seems like you're holding back. It could be that you're holding back love for a person. Or this is a person you loved in the past. I mean, there's a lot of love. There's a lot of love. There's a lot of... There might be a person... It doesn't seem like a person from the past. It's... I mean, it is a person that you're in contact with, or that you know already. I think it's not a new person. But in general, I think you're just finding a feeling of love for yourself. And 10 of Coins, wow. And what you are trying to build, and what you are trying to establish also when it comes to love. 10 of Coins, 2 of Cups, full picture. I don't know, maybe you have the same idea of a partnership with a person, but you're just figuring it out just yet. Either way, I think you are figuring out a very clear picture of what you want to build when it comes to a love connection, and how that's supposed to look like. And even though there's somebody not really communicating in your direction, or you're not seeing anything coming towards you, there is a person who shares those values, I also want to say. Ace of Swords, but yeah, no communication, or not being open about it from your side. I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird. There is this with all these swords in the reverse, there is this sense of somewhat, I don't even know, it even feels like being afraid to express your truth, or not wanting to express your truth and therefore holding back, or not wanting to communicate. I don't know, man. 6 of Cups, because it's a lack of trust. There's a lack of trust in this connection. Well, I mean, it is what it is, even though I think you would not be as... like you would share a lot of opinions on the matter, but this seems just like a situation that is not moving forward a lot at this time. And that's okay, you know. I think you just also are in a period where you are trying to just figure out some stuff. Okay, let's see what the art oracles want to say. How can we be creative in that situation? Ooh, Jackson Pollock. Well, first of all, I want to say don't drink too much. Because Jackson Pollock was a drunk, and not a drunk, he was like an alcoholic who died of alcohol. So be careful with that. But embrace the chaos maybe a little bit, is what I'm saying, and try to express also the chaos in some form or another. That's what he did, in my opinion. Meaning doesn't come with titles. Yeah, that's a good one. I love that one. So it doesn't matter if you're like PhD so-and-so or doctor or whatever. If you feel good about your life and you know your worth and you know your values, it first of all doesn't matter if other people get it. If you're making a decent living and if you know, it's, yeah, I don't think I have to explain this. Meaning doesn't come with titles. If fame finds you, keep working in spite of it. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I love that one. So maybe you're getting accomplishment or you being accomplished. At this time, maybe you are achieving something, maybe you're getting recognition. Don't get arrogant on it, is what this says. Chaos is handmade. Yeah, seems like embrace the chaos for a second here. Or also be aware that you are the creator of the chaos, and you can also kind of reverse it if it feels like you want to, you know. Okay. Or maybe this is also something that there has a chaotic situation has been created within a relationship, could also be. And you might have some part in it. All right. Well, okay. It seems like you're attached to some sort of idea of chaos when it comes to your creativity. And that's not a bad thing, you know. Sometimes we need to go into these depths of chaotic, like underworld stuff to really find an inspiration and a spark to move forward. I think the reason why you might not be trusting in a situation is because you don't have all the information and you're not educated enough about a situation. This is my education pin, and it's really about like clear information. So trying to get a sense of this. There is this connection or this conclusion that you're coming to with a person or a connection is really, I mean, I think what you can really sense and believe in, that this person is really showing themselves authentically and fully, that they are they are lucky, I think in general, lucky person. Or they might also bring you luck or have luck in there. Try to maybe also grab luck. They might be somewhat psychic, or not psychic, more like maybe into expanding consciousness a little bit. There is protection, and maybe this person even feels like they need to protect their authentic self in the situation. I think you're showing your authentic self to this person, or you feel like you can be yourself with this person. Even though you might not share this publicly, there is some sense of not sharing things publicly. Maybe you're just like holding back information or stuff when it comes to this connection in general. Or maybe you're keeping maybe you're keeping a connection secret. But I mean, I don't know, because the Eight of Wands doesn't really, it doesn't say that that there's a person really, that there's a lot of movement with a person. So I don't know what you're not showing, but maybe you're just not showing yourself. Maybe you're really like not communicating, not showing anything to the person publicly. Could be as well. Holding back information with the Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's still a lot of energy going into this though. And there might be even going energy into holding back. Could be, holding back can be quite exhausting, you know, if you really want to express something or talk to a person. Yeah, male energy. I think there's egos involved from both sides here, but also a lot of some investment involved in this from both sides. There's solid love here, and it's really coming from the heart. This attachment is not so much about spiritual or, you know, like grounded, let's build something. It's more like there's really love from the heart, in a sense of, I get why you are the way you are and I still love you, you know. It's like this kind of solid love. We have it 2 times here. We have the Venus copper, and we have this green attachment pin, which is like attachment from the heart. It's solid. I don't know. This is yeah, it seems like it's a confusing situation for you, honestly. Especially with those things that are going on here. The Jackson Pollock card, it might be that you are really mentally trying to comprehend a situation and trying to make sense of the chaos that's going on. Because it seems like it felt so right, and everything with this is everything we want out of a situation, really. 2 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles. I mean, that's all you really want in this world, you know. Build something that is really founded on true connection and love, and build on that. But yeah, something's off this month for sure. I wanna draw another card of the Jackson Pollock cards to maybe figure out a little bit of an advice. Oh wow, pain. Marina Abramovic. There's a Scorpio on it, look at that. Is she a Scorpio? I mean, I would not be surprised at all. Skeptic, heal thyself. Oh yeah, that's a good one. You know, our whole skeptical, like negative attitude is often just really just integrated pain that is constricting us really to move forward. Discipline is both a noun and the verb. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of countering the chaos here. When a stranger stares into your soul, do not press charges, stare back. Okay, yeah, there is some deep stuff going on. I mean, I'm not surprised. Scorpio, this is a very Scorpio energy card. But I think the skeptic, heal thyself, is probably the most, it's jumping out to me the most. To really look deeper into, why do I have those opinions? Where are they coming from? And how do they help me or anybody around me, you know, really? And I'm not saying we all need to be the perfect person and we can't be cynical at all ever again in our lives, but I think we just need to be careful how much of a just non-effective energy that is for everybody's development. Like seriously, it's just so not helpful. And I'm talking, I'm not talking from like a higher place. I'm definitely prone to being skeptical out of experiences and just being a little too aware and a little too, I don't know. And I come from Vienna, everybody's like, I don't know. It's like it's like a cultural thing as well, I think. But other than that, it just really stands in the way of a lot of development often, and being open to growth, really. So yeah, also, do you know this piece, Marina Abramovic? This is a reference of her. I'm not sure what it's called, when she was collaborating with Ulay, her long-term partner, also in art. And you just see this one single part of the full piece. He's holding, there is a photograph, if you look it up, you can probably just Google it. He's holding the bow and arrow, and she's holding the arrow. And it's like this tension, because they were, of course, thinking a lot about relationships and tension and I think really toxic dynamics, without maybe even using that psychological terminology, but these power struggles that go on, and these situations where we're really like very aware of how much we're able to hurt another person if we just like it will just be deadly to. This is so interesting because she's holding the bow. I can't stop looking at this, and if she lets go, if they let go at the same time, I think she will die, right? When I'm combining this in the right way. So imagine somebody's holding the bow. If they let go at the same time, at the exact same time, I'm not sure about the law of physics, but I have a feeling she might die. If she lets go and he doesn't let go of the arrow, nothing happens. If he lets go of the arrow, I mean, she will die. If she lets go, this is so interesting. If she lets go and he is still holding on to the arrow, which is kind of also a symbol for ego, in my opinion, nothing will happen to her. It's super interesting. But if he lets go of the arrow, she will die? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, and seriously, they didn't think that through. I don't think so. I'm an artist myself, so, I know a lot of artists. A lot of artists don't think things through, they just do things. And no judgment, it's good. It's a good thing. But it seems like, including myself, obviously, it seems like this is kind of the stuff that's going on in your head, to be stuck on these, what could have happened, what could happen, what, like strategizing, if I do this, what will this other person do? If they do this, what is going to happen? How will I react? It's like this very calculated, like tense. There's danger involved. There's danger involved. And when we are in love, I think there's always somewhat danger involved, because we are just emotionally vulnerable people, and we can't meditate enough in a lifetime. I mean, some people can, but those people probably are not in a relationship. Let me tell you that, like all those gurus, yeah? I'm like a super supporter, and I follow a lot of like East Asian philosophies and gurus and stuff, and I'm super interested in all of that, and I think there's a lot of value in it. But most of these people don't have relationships and kids, and you know, so they don't deal with the intimacy and the emotional closeness that a partnership or being in love brings. I just need to pull another card for this. Yeah, it already wants to fall into this picture. King of Swords. Wow. Wow. Okay, I think you will be gaining clarity, and also what I just said was, I think, profound clarity within myself that I found. I have Scorpio placements, so this reading also resonates with me. There is some danger involved. It is what it is, you know. If you want to build on the foundation of love, there is danger involved. King of Swords is really having a clarity of a situation, the understanding. So you will be, I think you will be coming to that clarity, coming to that understanding of a situation. This is a beautiful reading, Scorpio. Thank you so much for being here. These readings turn out to be much longer than expected. I'm just feeling myself doing this longer reading, so I hope some of you enjoy this. And thank you so much for being here. Please like, subscribe, comment, check out my description box. As I said, I'm also in real life an artist and a musician, and I'm putting out my stuff on Instagram and on my website, and you can check that out if you're interested in buying something, or just, you know, coming to an exhibition. If you're around Vienna, just show up. I'm excited if you're there, and say hi. So yeah, thanks for being here, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.